recording too much. Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from whatever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. As we are speaking now, the Azimio coalition is on a dangerous path. The cracks are emerging, and seemingly the issue of conmanship could be coming out clear in this coalition. There was no trust, and people are exposing themselves outside here. I'm saying this because there is an article in the Nation where the Jubilee Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni has come out to give a way forward on the position of Jubilee Party going forward in the next 5 years. Seemingly, Jubilee is making a decision to work with the Kenya Kwanza coalition. The reason behind this, according to Jeremiah Kioni, is to mobilize for development in their area. He's saying campaigns are over. Now they have to work on the issue of working with the government to make sure that the community is getting their share in the government, so that they can have a chance to lobby for resources in their area. So Jeremiah Kioni is simply telling the ODM side that we are finally coming to an end, and seemingly they might go into a post-election agreement with the Kenya Kwanza coalition. But then people are just talking about the ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna. Sifuna responded to that article, and the response from Sifuna is really telling what many of us knew, but we were not talking about these issues. But because ODM is talking about this, we will also talk about it. And by the way, the response by Sifuna is raising a lot of questions, and it is finally clear that Jubilee might be breaking away from Azimio. This is what Edwin Sifuna said. True, Baba got 490K, that is 1,000, more votes in Mount Kenya than in 2017. But the promise was 40% or 2.4 million votes from the mountain. Jubilee overpromised and delivered, Weasley also extracting serious concessions, including a Mount Kenya running mate, Nairobi governor, and over 50% of government. That was the agreement. Listen to this. Mount Kenya running mate, Nairobi governor, 50% of that government. That's according to Edwin Sifuna. But if you read this article, you will see what I have said. Jeremiah Kioni is making it clear. They want to work with the government. And according to him, they have already paid the debt to Raila Odinga, if there was any. They have nothing in terms of debt with Raila Odinga, and it is time for them to move their own way and work for their region. But then the former Nyeri Town Member of Parliament, Ngunjiri Wambugu, also responded. And this is what Ngunjiri Wambugu is saying. Someone tell Edwin Sifuna that Raila Odinga got more votes in Nyeri Town than I did. He should also remember that his supporting Raila enabled him to get elected, while my association with Raila ensured I did not get elected. That is Ngunjiri Wambugu. So it's lamenting that by supporting Raila Odinga, many people in his constituency disassociated with him, and that's how he lost. But then he's insinuating that because of campaigning for Raila Odinga, Raila managed to get more votes than what he got. So in real terms, it's meaning that the members of parliament in the Mount Kenya region who campaigned for Raila Odinga lost, and that was a risk and a sacrifice. The question is, did they deliver? Did they deliver to Raila Odinga? And is Raila Odinga the president today? Because delivering means Raila got elected but you lost. And for that reason, you can lament. But if all of you lost, it means even you are lazy, you are not doing your work. We are continuing with the final discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and they are yet to subscribe, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you'll always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers, anyone who drop comment, those who have joined the channel membership, thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Hey, so you come and ongea mbio. Now, back to our discussion. The Azimio la Umoja coalition party might not stay together in the next 5 years. At least NASA managed to stay for 4 years. CORD coalition stayed for 5 good years before they turned into NASA. But seemingly, the Azimio might not stay because the people of Mount Kenya region are deciding otherwise. They want to move on. They want to join William Ruto. They want to be in government. They are going for their own personal interest. This might be just the beginning of another problem in Azimio. It is the beginning of the end of Jubilee Party associating with Azimio. People might say, okay, Jeremiah Kioni might be talking because he wanted to go to Yala, but he lost. And Kioni got a chance. But remember, he's speaking as the Jubilee Secretary General. He might be speaking in the mind of the party because he's not alone. There are several. And what Edwin Sifuna is saying, it is true. Nothing but just the truth. By Jubilee Party forcing Raila Odinga to take Martha Karua as a running mate, to me, it was a mistake. And I was saying earlier during campaign time, my position was that Kalonzo was the right person to deputize Raila Odinga, and then Martha Karua can be there as a prime cabinet secretary, the way Mudavadi alikuwa huku kwingine. Or at least wamwambia atakuwa speaker, something like that. Then even if we bring like 500,000 votes, that was good. Then Kalonzo amobilize huku kwingine and hivyo. It could have made sense. So a running mate who seemingly the only thing he added to what Raila was getting in Mount Kenya region was 490 votes only. Look at that. Kalonzo delivered more than what Martha Karua delivered. So that was the first mistake, greediness. Number 2, the issue of Nairobi. Jubilee Party pushed ODM leader to the wall to drop their candidate, Tim Wanyonyi, who could have become easily the governor of Nairobi as we are speaking now, in favor of Polycarp Igathe. But everyone protested. They voted for Sakaja. The question was, as you are pushing out the ODM candidate, first of all, you need to know, who is this candidate? What was it for lawyers in Azimio? If they were even helping out the lawyer candidate within Nairobi, Tim Wanyonyi. Actually, lawyer only supported Raila because of the love they had for him, in as much there were many mistakes, and seemingly, even people like Oparanya, they tried. Because Jubilee simply kicked out lawyers from key position. But still they managed to convince people to vote for Raila Odinga. Because at least they needed a governor in Nairobi. And you can see how they protested. Sakaja got a chance. Sakaja is not a result of Venezuelans. It is as a result of rebellion within the Azimio. Those who felt that, no, Polycarp is not our person. That was another mistake. Now they were pushing for 50% of this government. To an extent, you could see during campaign, the Kenya Kwanza side was giving more privileges to the Luyas. Wanawambia Mudavadi atakuwa prime cabinet secretary, Wetangula atakuwa big person there like speaker, and we are going to give 7 slots. Raila, he had been put in a corner to an extent. He was just going to a rally and analift mtu mkono, anasema Oparanya atakuwa finance. So that watu wa Mount Kenya wasikuja that much. Anasema Eugene Wamalwa, I will retain him. Anasema I will retain Matiang'i. The reason was that these people had pushed Raila Odinga to a corner until he could not have chance for the people who have been there with him. How do you separate Raila Odinga from the Luya? Or Luya from Raila Odinga? And that's why I was saying that even in the last election we have had here for the Yala, people are saying that Mudavadi should have lobbied for Luyas and Wetangula. My question is, between ANC party or UDA party or Ford Kenya party, put them together, and the ODM party, which coalition managed to amass to get more number of members of parliament in Western? Ukienda Kakamega, actually, ODM has 9, ANC has 2. And if you say Azimio, you will say Azimio has 10 members of parliament in Kakamega. And Kenya Kwanza has 2. So, who was supposed to reward these people with the Yala seat? Ilikuwa wapeleka Mount Kenya wape kanini Kega. I know ODM had 4 slots. Wakapea moja Wiper, wakapea ingine Jubilee. Wakabaki na hizo zingine 2. But between the Mulembe Nation and Mount Kenya, who was supposed to be rewarded? You can look on how they are blackmailing them. In my view, someone was supposed to come from Kakamega. Kakamega show real love for Raila Odinga. Go to MCS all the way to governor. So ni senator walipata pale. Busia, Trans Nzoia, Vihiga, where Mudavadi is coming, he lost totally. Because people wanted, waliamua tu wakufe na baba. So, these people blackmailed Raila Odinga. That's the truth of the matter. And the question of conmanship, because Babu Owino has been talking about this thing, was there a long con? Or really these people were in a really game of working together with Raila Odinga? There are many things maybe these people are not coming out here to talk about, but I see a level of some con game in this matrix. If not, why is Jubilee party going to Kenya Kwanza? Why are they going? If it was not a long con. They disrupted Raila Odinga. They made him to lose people that he had around him. So assume Mudavadi was supposed to support Raila Odinga. Mother Karua running him. Kalonzo Musyoka prime. Mudavadi nini? He knew he has nothing. But as a politician with ambition and personal interest, alikuwa anataka pia yeye akuwe na kitu inaonekana kama cheo fulani. So where did he go? Meetings were so many in State House. So many. What were they discussing? And Uhuru was the one chairing these meetings. And he was lobbying for Mount Kenya to have a running mate. Kalonzo alikuwa, hata Kalonzo was also going. Kalonzo alikuwa almost going. So what were they going to remain with? These people were blackmailing Raila Odinga. They wanted him to remain a shell. Remove the people who have been close to him so that he can lose. But indeed, Raila tried a lot. He tried. Just imagine consolidating Western region without a serious position you are even offering to Oparanya. He managed to do that. You go to Ukambani, a position that they had enjoyed a lot, Kalonzo being a running mate to Raila Odinga. Now they consolidate even without such a position. Was it a joke? So, there are a lot to talk about, but I don't know your view. I would like to read your views in the comment section. Thank you.